myself now. Ow. What's really happening? Sorry, I'm trying to find something. She got a little bit of stomach. But that's okay. That is okay. Dog it. Why is that showing sideways? It shouldn't be showing sideways. Oh, IG, don't mess with my life today, okay? I'm not ready for this. Alright, I just, why you, there was a reference to me on sideways, but let me change. Stupid camera.
Well, while Stacey STAXX is busy handling that, I just want to tell you guys, just to get the jump off so we can not necessarily get it out the way, but so it can be heard. But you know, you guys, if a family member or a friend or a loved one has been affected by violence, know that it can affect our parts of your life sometimes in ways you can't see. It can affect the way you eat, sleep, because you lose focus, for anger, you're afraid of you use drugs or drinking as a way to escape. But we are here to tell you that it does not have to keep hurting, and you can change your life starting now with help from the Trauma Recovery Center. We want you to take control of your life. Today can be the day. The Trauma Recovery Center offers real help for real needs in real time. They offer services for food, post safety, emotional support, and a whole lot more. So do not let violence control you. You can break free and TR seeking help. Give them a call at 216-644-5487. They will come to you wherever you are. They are free. They are 24/7 and confidential. They offer real help for real needs in real time. And check this out. They can give you the tools to rebuild your life and your health. I'm talking about from scratch, from dirt. Rebuild your life and your health. Call today. They're free, they're 24/7, and they're confidential. So if you want out and don't know where to start, call the Trauma Recovery Center. The Trauma Recovery Center will help you take back your life after violence starting today. Call today. Get the help you need today. 216-644-5487. The Trauma Recovery Center of Northeast Ohio, also affiliated with the Center for Families and Children. And now back to the plus size Barbie, Stacey STAXX. Welcome to the BBW Show.
What's up, y'all? Listen, I hope y'all heard that message. I hope y'all understand there's real help out here in these streets of 216 and beyond. Listen, the Trauma Recovery Center is a real place. It's a real option, guys, and they have real resources. So tune in, tap in if you need help. Don't be ashamed. Those days of being ashamed of these types of problems and troubles in our lives are over, because we have to get better, to do better, and to be better for one another, for especially our youth. You know, we really, really want to utilize that. That's a lot of crap going on around here, y'all. But what's up, y'all? Happy Friday! It's my Friday. Yay! Welcome to the BBW Show. It's back in the building. I'm back home in the studio. I was off a couple weeks, but I'm back. I never leave too long, y'all. Y'all know how it go. It's been a June, honey. It's been a June. Let me tell you, this is the it's so much crap that was going on in June. So many celebrations. I think I never paid attention to how many birthdays were in June.
Yes.
I thought May. I thought we was holding it down, but no, June. Like I kept hearing about birthday this, birthday that, birthday this. All white party birthday, all this, that party. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
But it's always good to be a part of it and hear the celebrations. I do enjoy that, and I'm happy to witness and hear everybody celebrating and having a good time. So, but it has been a June
celebration. I still gotta post pics.
Yes, honey. I was wondering when it was coming.
Yes, they
if anyone didn't know, our boss lady here, No STAXX Radio, Queen Decisive, her birthday just passed about a week ago. Yeah. And listen, she had a birthday celebration, but what made her birthday party celebration so dope is that she didn't know about it.
Okay. Woo.
Surprise 50th birthday party. Yes. That was so bomb.
Yes.
Shout out to her husband and family for putting an amazing party together.
Yeah.
And we had a time, y'all. We partied, and I'm gonna tell you, the food was bomb.
Thank you.
The food
Thank
was bomb.
you. That's my girl.
Yeah. But it was delicious, honey.
Okay, so little story of the Civic Center. You know, we always get access to it because that's my husband's best friend since junior high school, and my best friend, they're married. That's her uncle's spot, so we always had access to it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and then she did all the cooking. She had her catering company called Indulge Catering. Yeah, so she did all that stuff.
Man, they came to set up that spread. It was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Spinach dip on point.
I know we took some.
So good.
Yeah.
Spinach was like one of my favorite. And here I am. See, I'm bougie about spinach dip. I'm like, okay, because I make spinach dip. You know, I'm like, okay, let me see how this tastes.
Yes.
So y'all go back and get some more, y'all. It was good. I'm like, oh, this tastes like fun.
Yeah,
so
that's
really, really delicious.
Yeah.
Everything was fresh and refreshing.
Yeah.
And, oh, who made the liquor drinks?
Oh, she did too.
So that. It wasn't Jack Daniels.
It was Jack Daniels and Hornitos.
Yeah. That darn Jack Daniels mix.
Girl had me listed.
I said, I'm gonna make some of this at home.
Yes.
Because he said what, guava juice, strawberry, and Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, me
and I loved about it. You could taste the Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
It was
I was throwing them things back. It's like how we get home.
I love it.
Hey, but real quick, I want to send a special shout out to our guy, his birthday was Sunday.
Yes, happy belated birthday, honey. He was by the dock of the bay. Yes. You know what, if you listen to them, you recap this, I'm going to have to give you up for adoption completely because
he done vacated us, okay?
So bad.
Yeah, we gotta get him back in here for
just to push us out.
Yeah.
But you could have called me for your birthday. You know I'm all about the birthday is. Right. And you could have came and kicked it with me on my birthday. Yeah. But I ain't gonna hold that against you. I know
he's just out of a sling. You know, because he messed up. And he was really more messed up than what he even told anybody. Because when I went and saw him, I'm like, good Lord. Bandaged up, just arm is just like, goodness gracious, child.
My dear isms.
Lordy.
I do miss you, though, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, happy belated birthday. And it's never too late to take birthday shots. I'll still take my birthday shot.
Hey, listen, okay? Listen, we have monumental years this year, so, we celebrate all years for us.
It's all for us.
Okay?
All right, man. Celebrations, honey. That's what I'm about.
Yes.
So listen, you guys. As you guys can see, Mama solo tonight, which is cool. That's okay. I'm used to doing what I do, how I do, when I do. But speaking of celebrations, it's so much was going on. We had Juneteenth this month, right? Mm-hmm. We had a lot of birthdays this month.
Yes.
One thing that actually is very, 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 I don't want to say loud, but was very highly celebrated in multiple places is Pride Month. This was Pride Month.
Yes, absolutely.
So it was so many Pride celebrations. And I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to put together, and this is going to be tabled. So I am going to put a same-sex actual round table together to discuss various different subjects in their world, relationships, different views, etc., etc. Because I'm not judging. I think that everybody's everybody. You're gonna be who you're gonna be, and more power to you. And I love. So I'm gonna have that show. But a good friend of mine jogged my memory also that this is Black Appreciation Music Month. Yeah. And this is the last day of June. So I said, let's dedicate this show to the I call it the universal language that makes the world go round, because it doesn't matter what culture, what language you speak, anything to that nature. If you hear a catchy beat, you hear something that a song, you might not even know the words, you may not understand it in the language, but if you hear something that you enjoy, most people, and I'll say the world will adapt to music. And a lot of times, especially in pop culture, pop music, I would say, hip hop and rap too. We have probably some of the most popular music worldwide. More worldwide music of ours is sold and celebrated and listened to in our own states. In so many countries that, it amazes me how many people overseas can probably rap every Wu-Tang song that was ever made. They can sing every Michael Jackson song that was made. That's kind of an easy one. But I'm talking about, we got people that love down up to Alicia Keys, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson. They're so celebrated everywhere. And And as it should, because honestly, our music has a heartbeat. It has a rhythm. It has something so special about it, and everybody can pick up on that. Like I said, it doesn't matter what race you are. You tend to gravitate to great music because it's really something that everyone can relate to and enjoy. What's this?
That's Jack.
See what happens? Birthday celebrations. You hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I love it. So music is such a impactful, and music is therapy too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember at times when I didn't want to, be bothered, and the one thing I can do was just turn on my music and kind of just veg out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even jumping in the car and just kicking it and listening to me. That's one of my most. That is one of my most. I'll say enjoyable things. I don't mind driving. I'm a driver. I love driving. I do a lot of transportation business and um, making money that way.
Yes.
But the one thing, you can put me on the road and the music is on and I'll zone out. I'm totally comfortable. I'm in my zone. And it just makes everything so much easier. I even remember working in a law firm I used to work for. And they used to allow us to have music, radio. And I used to just love just being able to be at my desk and in my space and just hearing my music, even through the frustrations of the day with the work itself.
Yes.
And sometimes the co-workers themselves and management, but my music always brought me back centered. Now, damn them, because they made us start listening to our radio. That we got so bad at that point, but that's okay. But that's what I mean when I feel like that's how important music is, in your life and daily. A lot of times we just automatically you're in the radio and you jump in your cars and that's automatically that's almost like just turning on your radio is like putting your seatbelt on and turning the car on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say all that to say this. So I was trying to look up some facts about Black Appreciation Month, History Month, for music, and what I didn't know. I didn't like the word they said he created, but I guess he created the day or designated the actual day, or the month to actually take this month and say, this is, we're going to celebrate this whole month and we're going to celebrate Black music. And I didn't know it's June 7th, 1979, President Jimmy Carter put this in place.
Wow.
Never knew it.
Wow, never knew that.
I never knew that. And I tried to look up some facts. And if anybody knows, we're taking calls 216-939-5087. If anybody knows this, because I tried to look it up, I was wondering, what drove him to actually put that in place. And I didn't know if he was like a music, maybe it was in his family, whatever the case may be. I was wondering. Or was somebody on his neck about it?
Yeah, I know, right? Because Biden in the month of May made it a constitution with the laws of the United States to hereby proclaim June as Black Music Month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Even though I don't know if that was a deflection for this. Anyway, come on, we're going to celebrate Black Music Month. I'm about to get on something else.
Right.
Big damn affirmation.
Right. And I was going through some Google facts and one thing that came up, probably the first thing that came up, it described Black music as sacred. Mm-hmm. And that really, really struck me because you go back to a lot of references were going to slavery days. Yeah. And I get that. I really do get that. But all I could think about, and I was looking through some things that the rhythm of other lands that they actually took us from.
Absolutely, absolutely. They say that America celebrates it because they pay homage to the legends of American music who have composed the soundtrack of American life.
Right.
That was us.
And what one big thing is that a lot of people don't know is that a lot of, honestly, all genres of music spins off from our music.
Yep. And then let's not forget the people who really are us, who over time, I say, we keep on letting them get away with stuff. People gonna think Martin Luther King was white. But shout out to Mozart Amadeus, who was an actual brother, and Beethoven, who was an actual brother. Wow, that girl, this is something I just discovered last year, though.
So, God, just think about the stuff that's been stuffed into our poor heads.
I know, right?
As children.
I know, but you go back to the books, you go to a library, and you look in the books, you like, for real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to let, social media.
Music was actually composed. It was learned. It was written and actually noted by a black man. That started. I just watched the Netflix. It's a Netflix special. God, I can't remember the name of it. But this gentleman was like a genius, and he was taken from his mom, which was a slave, and his father took him over to France, and he actually went over there and just blew their heads with music.
Yeah.
And I thought that movie is really good. If I can figure the name out, I'll tag it, but I can't remember. I just watched it like last week. I just stumbled. I stumbled on it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and you mentioned Ronald Reagan, and he did make it legal in the state of Washington. But in 1979, it was Jimmy Carter that created the month.
Yes. That's
Jimmy Carter, is he still living? Because I know he was real.
Sorry, Mr. Carter. I don't know.
I know he was real sick and stuff.
I actually don't know. But I was surprised that when I pulled it up that he actually made this a month.
I ain't surprised. Jimmy Carter, he was old swinger. So look, born a slave and a street performer, George Washington Johnson was the first black recording artist.
Who?
George Washington Johnson.
Oh, I got that in my notes. Yeah. That was what, 1869? 1890?
Ooh, Lord, but we was making music way before then.
Right, but he was the first what they considered recorded
commercial,
artist.
Yeah.
And he was a black man. So
we did it.
And what's so crazy is that they were speaking of with music, this is how a lot of our culture communicate with each other to kind of throw the slave masters off too, because it was they're singing comfort to each other. They might be singing, "We meet at this place." And I love learning this stuff.
Yes,
yes. And here it is to this day. Now we're so powerful in the music industry.
Yeah,
so powerful. And I mean, you dig back to Elvis, like how he actually took everything. But for a long time, he admitted that he learned from black artists, blues players.
Ooh, girl, I could have slapped him across I could have slapped him across the world, though. The way he said it, was so condescending. But we talking about a man that dates 14-year-olds. Anyway, listen.
They talked about even like folk music, how that was really something that African Americans, because I think, and I got somebody says, okay, let me read this. African American folk music links back to African cultural traditions.
Yes,
and I get that. So you imagine like all the ceremonies and rituals and just gatherings of. And that's what folk music is. You're folks. You know what I'm saying? You're around a gathering of your people. So it's like chants. That's what they say. It's like chants and game songs. What else? Social commentary. That's stemmed back to our culture.
Yeah.
And also popular folk protest music spread in 1960s. Like the "We Shall Rock," things like that, right?
Yes.
And it influences still found within hip hop today. That's one of the. So I thought that was interesting to classify that under as a black origin music. Of course, the blues.
Lord, it ain't nothing like the blues. Lordy.
Sure, ain't nothing like the blues. And I think about it, blues is like a storytelling. You know what I mean? It's a deep. It's a way to put your emotions raw, uncut, out there, Especially I remember the blues my grandmother used to listen to. I'm talking about like some of the lyrics and songs that you can go back and
stuff
hear.
like that. Come Back Pussy by Betty Rock. Okay, I love it. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I used to be like, huh? What they say?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they used to be raw and uncut with it.
Okay.
But that's how they got their music out. I love it through that particular genre.
Yes.
This was interesting to me because this is classified under black music.
Okay.
It's military music. So I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Glory.
Yes.
But I think about the way, and I get it, you know, the way they actually sung to each other to stay in rhythm with marching and keeping each other uplifted. But I'm going to read what I found. Beginning with the Revolutionary War, African Americans have always held a significant role in the armed services military band tradition. In the Revolutionary War and Civil War, African Americans served in fight and drum corps. Right? That makes sense. So the drum kept people. It was actually drummers didn't have weapons. They had to keep beating the drum.
Yeah.
They had to keep trumpets. The trumpets they had to keep beating the drum. That kept the I guess the commodity or the rhythm up or the soldiers or kept them amped. So it says
rhythm, baby.
Musicians that played in the military bands during World War I and World War II often incorporated modern musical styles such as jazz in their song selections. They also toured the United States and Europe, entertaining civilians and military audiences alike. That was another big part. I tell you, it's such things to find out about that. Because what I'm like looking under y'all is like what was classified under black music.
Yes.
And of course jazz is in there. We all love jazz. And one of my favorite rhythm and blues, R&B, and rock and roll. So a lot of people don't really, especially probably this day and age, our youth, they don't really understand how influential rock and roll we were in rock and roll.
Right.
It says rock and roll music incorporates elements from all African American music genres and combines them with American pop, absolutely, and country music components. The genre was born in the 1950s, appealed to the rebellious yearnings of American youth culture. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
One very popular rock and roll artist back then was none other than Little Richard.
Yes. Bop bop loo bop lop bam boom. Okay.
I have a friend who can tell you a story about that because the words had to be changed around because it said something else. I think Fruity, that booty or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, so I got a list of the top 12 most influential black.
Okay, because I had to, but you read. I want you to read that.
Okay, so of course, they start out with, of course, Michael Jackson.
Of course.
Yes, August 29th, 1958, left here June 25th, 2009, followed by Prince.
Yes.
Who was born in the same year as Michael Jackson. He's a Gemini, though. He was born in June.
Something I found out very interesting about Prince?
What's that? So much.
And so, one, the man's a freak of nature, genius.
Absolutely.
Not just in music, I'm talking about in life. He's extremely smart.
Yes.
In everything. But he was very strong on no one could have rights to his music at that age, at that time. You know how rare that was?
Very, very.
He stood his ground.
Yeah. Shout out to him and Michael, because Michael eventually took over Sony, owned the Beatles and Eminem's catalog.
Yes,
like, don't play with it.
Hey,
Okay.
But I think I just had to say that about Prince. I thought that was they said like at 18, 19 he was getting offers, but he refused. He turned them down. So he had the rights to all his own music.
That's right.
That's some dope shit.
Shout out to Prince Roger Nelson.
Right.
So we follow up with the one and only Whitney Houston.
Yes, one of the. Oh my God.
I didn't know Whitney Houston was that much older than me. She was born in 1963.
So what was it with that man? Like, she's what?
She would have been 60 this year.
60 this year. Okay.
Yes. Followed by the one and only, the seventh wonder of the world, Stevie Wonder.
Come on now.
Yes.
That girl.
Listen, that's my favorite song. Girl.
That one and the random sound wish oh God.
Dang it, hold up.
Oh, why am I drawing a blank? I love that song so much.
True that. Well, my other favorite by him is All I Do Is Love. Rob C. Yup, sang on Saturday.
So
yes.
He has a huge catalog, really.
Yeah,
honestly.
he does. He does. I love.
And Overjoyed, Lord have mercy.
Oh,
Overjoyed,
yes.
Overjoyed still.
Yup.
Penetrates my soul.
Yes, that and Ribbon in the Sky.
Yes, and Sharia Moore.
Oh, yeah, yes.
God. I could go on about Stevie, honey.
Yeah.
That man, oh.
Yeah, I love Stevie.
Legend.
Ray Charles.
Of course.
Yeah, followed by Aretha Franklin, Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
Yes, what a wonderful world. Okay. James Brown. Yes.
And not one person in this world don't know who James Brown is. It's not one.
Okay, you foul if you don't.
You hide up under a rock somewhere.
Okay. Followed by Tina Turner.
Yes, rest in peace, Tina.
Yes,
honey.
rest
We just
in
recently
peace.
lost our queen, honey, of rock and
Yes,
roll. That's what they call her,
yes.
the queen of rock and roll. Honey.
Yes.
She
And
was
then,
so unique.
yep, and then somebody who's a part of my family tree, the one and only Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, yes.
Autumn in
Legend.
New York.
Absolutely. Legendary.
This is another cousin on my mom's father's, my mother's side, my granny Gertrude, Billie Holiday.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Oh,
Billie
she did
Holiday.
that. Okay.
Yeah, and my aunt Eleanor, shout out to Banana, who was with me on Saturday. My banana was named after Eleanora. Eleanora Fagan is Billie Holiday's real name. Yep. So of course the one and only followed up by the oh my Lord have mercy, I'm over here creating jumbles and messes.
Oh shoot.
The one and only Jimi Hendrix.
Of
Yes.
legend.
Jimi Hendrix.
He actually, the guitar and his sound was so. It's been. They say his music is sampled a lot.
Yes, everywhere. Lord, somebody don't want me to drink this stuff today. They trying it.
Don't do it.
Ooh, or maybe I'm doing too much over here. Yeah. So those were the top 12 though, and that's a lovely list. I think that the only person. Yeah, to me, I think the only person that they're missing is Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
He
some
probably
Marvin
in
Gaye.
top 10. We go to 15. He should be this. And I'm gonna tell you, my all-time favorite male artist. My all-time favorite is Luther Vandross.
Ooh, yes.
He really
yes.
is.
Yes.
I love everything about his music and his style and just his grace and his performance, his work ethic. I just love him. Love him. Rest in peace, Luther.
Yes, I miss Luther.
Me too. I mean, it was like I went to go see him in concert with Boy Smith.
Okay.
And I'm not a big concert person, but you talk about a concert.
Yeah,
That man performed from his backup singers to his whole orchestra he brought, choir he had, changing out. You didn't. It was like no break in between. He changed, and you never knew he left the stage. It's like it was a phenomenal, the best concert I have ever been to. I've never been to a Michael Jackson concert, so I only can attest to what I've been a part of.
And that's crazy that you bring Michael up because they say that the only two people that can compare as far as great music arrangers is Luther and Michael. Nobody is above them.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I honestly can imagine because that man put on a show, and I'm talking about he gave us, and then was what really filled me and made me so happy is he sounded exactly like his album.
Yes, all the time.
I'm talking about, and he sung each song from beginning to end. He gave us a 2-hour performance that you just could not deny. I was just I was blown.
Yeah.
I was really blown.
Yeah.
He was at the CSU. That's the last time
okay.
It was amazing.
Okay, I saw him and Diana Ross at the Garden in New York, but my mother and father, my first time of any Luther Vandross concerts, my mother and father going to see him at the front row, girl.
Oh man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that. And I've heard so many people. My ex who passed away, he actually sang. I think he sang 2 Michael Jackson concerts. He said that was the best concert he ever seen.
Yeah.
His entire life. He's like, I was like a little boy screaming like a car.
Along with all the rest of them.
Everybody was screaming.
Okay. Yes.
But I want to talk more on. Let's move to the genre of hip hop and R&B.
Yes.
So, because if anybody doesn't know, this is actually 50 years in hip hop. This is technically right. And of course, we want to talk about some hip hop. Wow, how could we? It's such a. It's crazy to take, and I guess this is what a lot of this is what I was reading up about on Google, is that so many of these genres of music were created through the Black culture. But of course, hip hop has a very special place in my heart because it's more of my era. You know, not 50, but you know, I was kind of born into it because, you know, my mom was Sugar Hill Gang. That woman, she could rap that song to this day from beginning to end. So many songs though of theirs, and you know, you think about those, and you gotta go back to, of course, New York. You can think about the New York era, and I think that's basically where it kicked off from. I see so many stories from that. But hip hop is I can say this because like I said, this is part of our era. I witnessed an actual genre of music being created by us to take beats and words, and you know, I know a lot of it started off with DJs, you know, making sounds and mixes and on y'all forgive me, y'all know y'all technical, y'all turntables. That's what I'm trying to say. And your soundboards at the time, and just taking that, and then you got somebody that decided to rap over that, you know, or put words to that. Hip hop is so massive right now in the music business, period. And I think a lot of people would be surprised if they even pull up for research and see how many cultures actually have just their own, you know, rap group. You know, a lot of times we think in our minds it's just stuck to us now, you know what I'm saying? You know, Black people. But
it's okay.
I mean, right, we're the creators, and it's an amazing genre of music. It's actually the leading genre of music in this day and era. I did read that. Let me see if I can find that note.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody
all over the world. All over the world, they said it's the leading selling of music. Period.
Yeah. And
I get it because it's so. I don't know. It's the dopest thing ever.
Period. Everybody mimics everything we do, so you know.
Everything. I'm talking about everything.
Everything.
Seriously. Let me see what it says. Hip hop and rap are musical traditions firmly embedded in the African American culture. Like jazz, hip hop has become a global phenomenon, and it has exerted a driving force on the development of mass media. That's important to put that. That's very true. Hip hop music spawned an entire culture form, while rap remains the means for artists to voice opinions, share experiences regarding social and political issues. Now that's important to say because that is a way. We're talking about how the blues was a way to be very expressive that way, you know. And really, honestly, hip hop is the voice that you put a voice to that, and you can say just about anything you want to. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff ratchet, you know.
Yeah.
But you go back to the KRS-One.
Thank you, girl. You better
go back. You mean Grandmaster Flash. But you go back to those type of eras. You just listen to the storytelling. Talib Kweli.
I love him.
Oh my God. I mean, you really, if you sit there and listen to, and I'm not mad about, you know, the evolution or evolving of hip hop or rap, but you can't take away how they really built something. Like, we're talking about the foundation for these artists now to stand on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really be able to stand on. Making a business. These rappers are multi-millionaires almost out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, because they're learning the game better and they have more better control over their music and, you know, they have more rights. I love that. But the doorway, the actual foundation that they're walking on and keep building on, really started from those brothers like Karis One, Public Enemy. Like, you know, that was impactful. So, oh God, think about Public Enemy, how controversial they were. NWA, I mean, it was just crazy. And I enjoyed all of it. And listen, that's another thing. The things about like these genres of music and hip hop, you can always go back to that music and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're always going to hear samples of this music.
Always.
I mean, just the creativity and the power. That's why I said music is so
yes. And
powerful.
Speaking of power, the movements that, you know, were brought forth because of hip hop, like you mentioned KRS and stuff. That whole fight the power movement. Yes.
That was very.
That
very
was
important.
all of them. Yes.
That was very important back then.
Yes.
That was a voice. They was giving a voice to the hood, the ghetto, the struggles that they were going through and living every single day, and nobody could take that from them. And it caught on.
Yep, sure did.
As bad as some girls tried to fight.
Yep.
There was no fighting that.
No, not that.
That's how powerful hip hop is.
And y'all can thank Uncle Luke for the ratchetness you hear today.
That's my cousin.
Yeah.
I'm talking about family. That's actually my cousin.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Uncle Luke.
Hey.
Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it.
Y'all talking about twerking, honey.
Yes. He started it all.
He started all that good stuff.
Yes.
Good times. Oh my God. Uncle Luke.
Yes.
Set it out. And when I just watched that, and if you guys haven't watched it, I hope you have access or a way to watch it. And I think I seen it. Was it Hulu? I think it was on Hulu. Dear Mama.
Oh,
Tupac
yeah.
story. Yeah. It's really a homage to his mother.
Yes.
But when I watched Dear Mama, it gave me so much different insight and knowledge about Tupac. So a lot of stuff that came out about Tupac, we didn't know like the intricate details in between what he was going through. You knew what he was going through because that was very public, and that's knowledge. You know that's what he put out there. He actually put out a lot of things, but the stuff that we didn't know, his mom is telling the story now.
Right.
His aunt is telling the story now. His cousin, like this, and his people that was his day one, like cousins that was like part of his team, like this. Y'all gotta watch it. It moved me so much. And what I was so pleased by is that I got to learn more about his mom. I had no clue, and forgive me, my reason, my ignorance, I was like, oh, I didn't do that. But I had no clue how impactful she was in the Black Panthers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never knew how powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, I never knew that.
Yes.
I knew she was a part of it, the movement, really tough, but I didn't know I heard about that case where they all went to jail.
Right.
And the one Panther represented herself.
Yeah.
I did not know that was him.
Yep.
Tupac had.
They be trying to diss his daddy, but his daddy.
His daddy was a boss.
Yep. And not his stepdaddy, his real daddy.
No, his real father. His real father, and his real father's on that special too. He said, the way they did it. And I think she understood why his father left because they was after him. He had to disappear.
And he still ended up in jail.
Right.
Because he just got out not too long ago.
And he was actually by Tupac's side. For the Club. It was. I'm just telling you, it was. It's very moving to watch. It's actually something that you can really be proud of, honestly.
Definitely.
And to just know, Tupac naturally was he's another genius. These people that geniuses, they're different.
Yeah,
they're different. And he gave a lot to the culture, like the hip hop culture, because I knew he was, he could write and poetry and talented, but it almost seemed like Tupac dropped from the sky from Digital Underground all of a sudden. He didn't explain how he got into that, But Digital Underground was being catchy, but they all was some deep brothers. Like they all were talented. They all knew real rap and hip hop.
Yep.
Oh man, it was such a good story. So y'all gotta watch it. Dear Mama, I'm promoting that. I'm telling you.
And the one thing that Tupac always believed in was history. And that's what these youngers got to get into.
He lays on it. He used to lay on his history.
Yeah. That's what these youngers got to get into. They keep trying to deny history, but denying history is denying they now.
It's denying yourself.
Yep.
I would love to honestly. I think like oh my god, like we had Caesar Rio in here.
Yes.
He puts me in the mindset of someone that's like really deep into the culture of music.
Yes.
Not just he understands it. He understands the power of the tool that he's gifted to have.
Yes.
And music is so powerful. It's beyond just entertainment for so many of us. I just said that it's a form of therapy for a lot of people.
Yes, it is.
And to take, like you said, your history and really, really show that and make that shine and be a part of your craft is it's phenomenal, for real.
Yep. So our platform, the Colors platform that we're partnered here with, that's what it started out being, as a form of therapy, and then it moved into just exposing independent artists, and now mainstream artists are on there. But their colors and stuff was a form of therapy.
Nice. Wow. Listen, so you brought it up. I wonder if you can find this song for us. So it's called The Laughing Song. This is George Washington Johnson.
I'm pulling it up.
So as she pulled it up, I'm going to read this fact about him that I found. It says, who was the first black musician? So that doesn't mean that he's the first person that was singing and knowing instruments. It means he was the first recognized recorded artist. So born slave, street performer, was first black recording artist in 1890. George Washington Johnson became the first African American to make commercial records. Can you imagine 1890 commercial records?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The Library of Congress is now adding Johnson's The Laughing Song to the National Recording Registry.
Should have been there.
Now I want to hear this because I never heard it before. That's why I was asking if we maybe can pull it up.
Sure. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's hear this, y'all. It's called The Laughing Song.
It's coming. They taking a minute. It's the song.
Okay. Okay, so the laughing song is actually the laughing song.
Right. Wow.
Shout out to George W. Johnson, y'all. The Laughing Song. Again, Congress is now adding that song to the National Recording Registry. Shout out. Wow, 1890. It sounds like all of 1890, don't it? But I don't know. You probably didn't hear it crystal clear. But look it up, the Laughing Song. I'm sure YouTube has it. And his laugh is freaking hilarious. I'm over here cracking up. Like, I get it.
Right.
So that's like powerful. It's so many things we just don't learn and hear about in school. You know how much. Me and Stacey was just talking about this, you guys. This is for every culture. This is not just for our young black children. This is for white children, Chinese children, Asian, Indian, Hispanic, every culture. It's a damn shame. Because I can remember, honestly, being in elementary and in school at the time.
Right.
It was much more, diverse. It was a lot of cultures and schools together.
Right.
But I can just remember all the shit that was shoved into our head that's a lie.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's so shameful.
Mm.
It makes you. It brings me to such great sadness as an adult now to know that they taught us what they wanted to teach us for their own agenda.
Right.
How dare you steal real history? How dare you shove shit in our head that's not true?
Right. Right.
To me, that's criminal. You know what I mean?
It is criminal.
Why would they should be held accountable for stuff like that?
I agree. I totally agree.
And then here you still don't want to teach the truth. You still got an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we ashamed to teach slavery if it really happened?
Right.
It happened.
Yeah, because they don't want us to forget nothing else. They don't want us to forget the Holocaust or none of that other stuff. 9/11, even
shove that shit down our throats.
Yes, yes.
But they're right about that shit too, though. They're telling all the facts about all that.
Listen, girl, you already know.
But it's really sad. So to hear some of these facts about our culture and just Mr. George W. Johnson being the first black recorded artist in 1890, those are some things that we need to know. I think it's just impactful. There's nothing wrong with having that ammo, or having that knowledge that makes you feel more powerful. Because knowledge is power, right?
Right.
Is that?
Right.
Right. And of course, one piece of music that is always very, very, very close to our culture is gospel hymns. And again, a lot of those what they consider hymns came from slavery. That was their way of communicating, their way of actually standing courage. And they had to. If I read somewhere, and I don't want to get it totally wrong, they had to. That she was a way for them to come up, so the slave masters wouldn't be mad at them,
right?
Because they couldn't speak in their native tongue. Because they used to say that the slave masters used to be scared that they were plotting how to escape.
Right.
So they could never speak in their native tongue. So hymns and was a way for them, and their music was a way for them to communicate.
That's right.
I said, wow, let's
see. Oh boy, they always think they got something on us, don't they?
That's it. They said, who was the first black female singer? Now this is what I don't understand, but maybe they didn't record it. So I got this, and it said, in 1920, jazz singer Mamie Smith released a record called Crazy Blues.
Yeah.
She was the first black female singer to record and release a blues song. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
So Crazy Blues. I wonder if we can look that up. Mamie Smith. Oh, 1920. So, what's a minute ago? 400 years ago.
I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling her up.
It's M-A-M-I-E.
Yeah.
Smith.
Oh, look at she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous, right?
Yes.
Honey, she was thick.
Okay. Oh, she was beautiful. Yeah.
Gorgeous. She really was.
Born May 26, 1891, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey, come on now.
Tanya would love that.
She would love that.
Yeah, so dang, born in 18. Okay.
Crazy Blues.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to one of my favorite musicals. Like, I got the first one made, but one of my I don't know if a lot of people seen it. If you haven't, look it up and watch it. Cabin in the Sky was one of the best black musicals. Movie musicals, I should say. Cabin in the Sky was so dope, y'all. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky.
Okay.
Stormy weather. Shout out to Lena Horne, honey.
Okay.
Now y'all talk about a timeless beauty.
Yes, you better.
My God. Harold Belafonte. I mean, we got so many.
I got Maybe Sound Crazy Blues up.
All right, let's listen. Let's take a listen to this real quick, y'all. Because this is a very interesting fact. I did not know this.
You better snatch it, bad girl.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Puts me back in the mind of my grandmother telling me about the juke joint days.
Right.
And how they grew up in the South. It's giving that flavor.
That's dope.
Shout out to Maggie Smith, y'all.
That
First
was
black female musician.
Them lyrics sound so familiar too. They sound
That's
like
what I'm
some
saying. Like, don't it sound like catchy? I'm telling you.
Yes.
The people, again, they sample music all the
Yes.
I seen something else that was kind of interesting. He said, "What are the 5 key elements of Black music?" That's kind of. I wonder who came up with this list, but I guess I can get it. Let's see. Call and response. Music as a means of communication and conversation. Now that's the first thing listed. So I definitely get that.
Right.
It says, again, music as a means of communication and conversation. We're always storytelling in our music.
Right.
But that's picked up in a lot of cultures' music. I can see that. Now let me see if I say this right. Polyrhythm. It says combining multiple beats and sounds contributes to the call and response. If I'm understanding that correctly, it's saying the thing I love that's why I said the universal language. The beats, the rhythm of the music is so catchy, it's so inviting. Right. Anybody, I don't care if you don't know the words or whatever, you can be attracted to it. So that's what I get from that. I could be wrong.
No, you're right. There's really no wrong answer to it.
I don't understand this word expression, but improvisation. Does that mean like just like
like coming up off the top of your head with stuff?
Okay, so it's saying like how? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I like it. The vocalization, definitely a strong voices. And we got some of the strongest voices.
Okay.
in music, seriously, like in the range that look, Prince.
Can't nobody touch
Who knew he had the deepest voice in the world?
Yeah.
But he hit the highest pitch.
Right. Chew me all the time.
Ooh, come on now, honey. That's my song. I adore you.
Yes.
That song will put you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the functionality. I get that too. I like that. I do like that. What else? I was going to ask you, and if I had any calls, I'm going to ask too. Who's your as far as hip hop? What's your greatest memory in hip hop?
Oh, my greatest memory in hip hop. Oh Lord, my greatest memory in hip hop was, I want to say, was that 95 or 96?
Ooh,
no, I take that back. I think it was probably 97 or 98.
Okay.
The NBA All-Star was here.
Okay.
And so, I went, because I've always been in journalism, of course, traveled around the city to all the different events to cover the events and stuff like that. And my best time in hip hop was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Eric Sermon, Reggie Noble, also known as not Method Man, but Method Man 2, a Red Man. Reggie Noble, Red Man, Busta Rhymes, Busta Rhymes and Magic Johnson and his wife. And when I tell you that we party.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and they performed and party. Look, their performance was with the crowd.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I just seen something that somebody had on IG with Red Man.
Yeah.
That was
I love Red
Man. Man, what?
Yeah. He is beyond down to earth. He is beyond
down to earth.
And he love a thick woman.
Red Man, okay.
I think
he's ordained as a minister. I think he's ordained.
Is he? Weed smoking is ordained himself. Okay.
Yeah. Smoke one and say I do.
Hallelujah. Okay. Yes, but that was the best time I ever had with hip hop. Like,
wow.
I'm talking about head blowing, just mind explosion type fun with them. Being able to be around them, party with them and stuff. The way they just loved on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was just an
I'll never ever forget it.
Yes.
Never ever forget it. Never ever.
I think my fondest memories of hip hop, because I was so young, and that's really when hip hop rap was really starting to be really impactful. Especially it was impactful with also dance. So when I was younger, I used to love to break dance. I used to love to wave. I used to watch my brother a lot. So I could dance my ass off, especially when I was younger.
True that.
But I used to love that. And like all my brother friends were like, don't stay. I mean, I remember circles. I used to watch people they break out the cardboard.
Yeah.
All the types of moves. But it was the music. Not only when you take the music and take the moves together, that is what you call culture.
Yes.
You put all that together with the rhythm. Then you put the lyrics with it. Then you got bodies moving. Like, it was. Remember Breaking, the movie Break?
Yes,
that's not me that era. That was probably my most, I'll say, influential time in hip hop.
Right.
And it was a love ever since. Because when I was young, I was so into pop, Michael Jackson and all that stuff. But I used to see my brothers and his friends have these waving wars and I'm like, oh, this is just everything, And it was just, I thought that was just, it really etched to me something different about our culture.
Right.
Now everybody does it. I love it. That's what I love about it. Like you said, every day, you think about like, I don't know if you remember the one group, the Jabberwockies, but
I love the Jabberwockies.
Like Asian cultures, they have really, I forgot what they call that particular culture, forgive me, because I just seen something about this one group of girls that's really cold.
Okay.
We didn't know they could dance like this, right? But they actually are called, this culture is called, they have an actual name for what they do and whatnot. So
I'm going to have to ask my daughter, because she's so into the Asian part of culture, and then
she'll probably know exactly. I'm pretty sure she will, because it's really a movement, and they've been doing it for years.
Right.
But it derived from us.
Yeah, because you can tell all the influences.
Of course you can.
Raining
from the
down
culture
all.
to the clothes, to
Yes.
the movement, to the speeches,
Yes.
to the music. But yeah, that was probably one of my most influential times in hip hop. And I was thinking about like, who's my favorite artist? Like,
ooh, girl, I can't even. You can never name just one.
You really can't name one. I mean, you could say who you. I don't care what nobody say. About Jay-Z. He is on the top of my list forever, always. The man he's another extremely freaky, talented person. To know the fact that he never wrote down lyrics, but can remember everything that came out of his mouth.
Right.
That's a talent. That's beyond talent. That's his freaking nature and gifts.
Right. I love Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, you better. You can get. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yes. Check the rhyme.
Oh my. And listen, one thing she asked me, I don't know if we were on camera yet. Besides of asking me that I catch the BET Awards, which I didn't, and I heard they were,
so not to be desired. Well, I guess I got to be honest. I guess I got a little animosity because I filled out an application, to do PA work and editor work, and they said that they had somebody with more experience than me, and I'm like, after watching that production, who? Okay. Like, if you know better, do better.
That's all right. Tyler coming in, he's going to make some changes.
Listen, going to hire all of us. Okay.
I think Tyler's going to make some changes next year.
Girl, I can see us on Sisters.
Hello?
Yes. Okay.
I watch this with my niece on God. But I did, on IG, they highlighted Busta Rhymes' performance. Mm-hmm. That man is a beast.
I love him.
No, I love him for real. Real life Busta, if you see me, I love you.
Holla.
And that's not no lie.
Yes.
I've loved you for a long time. No, but his performance was bananas. He had brought out some of the dopest reggae entertainers to perform. His energy still is always still 1,000.
Right.
He's so dope.
Yeah, because he believed in performing. I remember a few years ago when he got on one of these award shows and went in on these new artists because they don't perform. He like, y'all just standing there doing nothing. Like, who wants to see that? So, he kind of dug, Ayla, he kind of switched it up for these young artists that come in and stuff, not wanting to do
how many
nothing.
People rap like him now?
I know, right? Listen.
so many.
Him, I love that he talked about a little bit of his history, and I would love to hear more on our platform. You know, because he said he'd gone for hours talking about the history and where he started and everything with leaders of the new school and stuff like that.
Come on, man.
Okay, being born and raised in Jamaica, yeah, over to New York, you know, which is his home. You know, I love it. I love it. To me, that tribute to him is long overdue.
Yeah, come on.
I'm waiting on MTV. Like, what's taking so long?
What's up with it? Right.
Okay. What's taking so long?
I agree. I totally agree. My live has stopped on IG and I have absolutely no clue why. What's my life doing to me? Come on, what's up with you? It picked back up? I guess it did. I set my butt back down to make sure it started.
Yes, the live be live.
Do, da, dippity.
Yes. Oh, come on now.
Engine. Man,
yes, they need an apple bomb.
People don't understand. You hear these, man, I don't know, because I ain't gonna lie, the children be pumped about what they listen to now, and I can't take none of that from them.
Yeah.
I just don't understand a lot of it.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
I feel you.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but you know,
Trust
to each
me.
his own. Every culture, every genre, every, different generation is gonna pick up on something different.
Yeah, may they just continue to be enlightened and heightened, though, you know.
Through it all.
Because
it all.
Yeah, because I'm big on speaking about the history of everything, especially when it comes to our youth, because, you know, they do try and forget about it. Like, we can't move forward without history.
No,
there's nothing without the history of everything that we've done.
This is they don't have these avenues and platforms because
from nothing.
The sky for it.
Right.
This is the foundation that they're walking on.
Right.
So shout out to hip hop. I'm a lover of all music. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a lover of all music. I love country music.
Shout out to Kate Michelle too, girl. You heard she got a country album out?
No, I didn't.
That song she listen.
I gotta check it out.
Shout out to Kate Michelle. We gotta try and get her on here.
Absolutely, I would love that. I gotta just check out her song.
Yes.
I believe, like I said, the thing about music is one thing. You go to a concert, something a big ass Michael Jackson or you know, these Tina Turner, James Brown. You could be who knows
Gladys Knight.
Come on, honey. Aretha Franklin. You never know who you stand next to, but that one person, that music, will break all those barriers and have everyone in the building enjoying music. You know who we talked about? And she was big in the 80s, Diana Ross. Yes, ma'am. The Queen, honey.
Upside down, you turn me.
Yeah, that's my song.
Okay. Yes.
See, I love happy songs. Like those types of songs. Upside down.
Yeah. Her and Evelyn Champagne King kind of, and Donna Summer kind of, and the point is they kind of ran the 80s.
Yeah, true. Very true. I mean, we gotta go back to Nat King Cole. Some of you guys
come on now.
Y'all go search that type of music.
Yes.
Sam Cooke.
Yeah. Shout out to his daughter too. I'm talking about Nat King Cole.
Natalie.
Yes. Shout out to her.
Natalie.
Yes. So who else you say after that?
Sam Cooke.
Yes. Oh Lord, have mercy.
I'm telling
the
you.
story of Sam Cooke, girl.
It's deep.
Woo!
My brother used to love Sam, so I heard all about him growing up. I heard all about him growing up.
Oh, and listen, I love me some Barbie Womack music for me.
Come on.
You scandalous. Ooh,
yeah, that was honey how they showed us. How you his wife?
His
Right.
Girl, I passed out.
At the funeral, honey.
I passed out. I couldn't believe it. Lord have mercy.
Y'all look up people like Ray Charles. Well, everybody know Ray Charles.
Yes.
Sammy Davis Jr. He made
Sammy. Yes.
So many.
Yes.
He paved a lot of ways too. A lot of people don't understand that.
And he was a full-time entertainer.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. He was one of the first to be able to perform at the Coca-Cola. Like they were his part of the rap pack. Right, and listen, Sinatra said, if he can't eat here, I can't eat here.
Okay.
If my man can't sit at this front table with me, ain't nobody gonna sit at this.
Shout out to Frankie.
Listen, Frankie was a real true. He was a true activist. Honey. Yeah. He loved black women too.
Yeah.
He loved them.
Okay, right. That's what I'm telling him for keeping that woman at home.
He did.
Making
Shout
us
out
think
to
he was
Quincy Jones, honey. He's made
yes
super paid
musical genius.
Musical genius.
Yes,
oh my God, my mind is leaving Motown owner, Berry Gordy.
Shout out to Berry.
You gotta that's cool to these other, not so much the performers, but the people that sit behind these soundboards and writing this music. No. This is all our culture. We have so many levels of talent. We have so much culture, richness, and history. It's something. That's why Decisive was so important. She's saying, know your history when you're this artist, because it's something to stand on and be proud of, and to build, keep building upon. Yes. And it also keeps us happy. Keeps me happy. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm simple. I like happy music. I do.
Backtracking to Quincy Jones.
He's a genius.
Listen, creator of the theme for Fred Sanford. There's so many others. Three's Company. Different Strokes. Like he did all of them. Good Times. Shout out to who was that? Bernadette who sang it. What was her name? Bernadette Spanish. She recently passed away a couple of years ago. She was with Lona.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, she sang the lead.
She sure did sing that song.
Yes. Oh, don't forget the Jeffersons. He did the Jeffersons.
Hello? Right. Yeah. I mean, we got so much culture. We got so much.
This world living off of our culture.
Built on our culture.
Yes. And you know what? Not to get off subject or anything, but I think that it's time that we stand in with pride for everything that we've done, our ancestors have done and contributed to in society, that they still live off of today. Like, y'all not about to knock us down and try to hold us back or take stuff away from us like we never existed, and you sit up here enjoying the fruits of our labor.
It just happened.
Exactly. And you still enjoying the fruits of our labor, and to all them culture vultures, whatever, because I ain't never had it in for none of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not here for the Post Malones, the Iggy Azaleas, any of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all right to be us till it's really time to be us. So I ain't even trying to hear it. I ain't even trying to hear it. But shout out to us and standing on us.
Shout out to us.
Because at times, let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest. Like, there was a time where I gave too much of a fuck. And would try and hold back our truths. Around Caucasian people. Yeah. And for what?
That energy, I stopped.
I ain't gonna even front. Like, today, it might be a little carried away because I got a little animosity about the fact that I even felt that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. That's why we have to learn more also as a culture to take these negatives and turn them to goods. Mm-hmm. And so, and I'm so thankful that a lot of our culture have done that. We are blessed to have these people that's out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel so much passionate about body positivity and people loving themselves no matter what skin you're in. You know what I'm saying? And what body you look like, because you have to exude a confidence beyond all this terrible shit that's gonna happen, that's happening anyway, that we can't change. Mm-hmm. But not to get all deep into that, but I want to say I am a music lover. Yes. I am proud to be a Black woman. I love music. Hey, I love music.
Shout out to Eddie Levert. Shout out to the OJs.
Shout out to the OJs.
Okay. Yes.
Come on now. Shoot.
Yes, the Woo Boys.
The Woo Boys. Shout out to MC Rain. Thank y'all for paying some waves for some of our artists here in Ohio. Milan artists, I give you homage, baby. Mm-hmm. Voluptuous Nito, Caesar, Harold Bell.
Oh, come on.
I give you, I can't
Fat Boy Mannequin, Envy Jazzo. My boy,
come on, Jazzo.
Semi, CTL, Cleveland Label, and Miss Good.
No, DJ Ism, y'all. He is extremely talented. Yes. Y'all don't even know. Let's give a shout out to Stacey, Miss STAXX, because you know what?
Yes, the plus size Barbie.
I'm a super star in the shower, man. Don't play with me.
Okay.
I need a run for her money.
Okay. Let it be known. Let it be known. The plus size Barbie.
Okay.
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 I'm trying to tell you to the top.
I love it though.
To the top.
Y'all, if y'all go, like, share, y'all go to YouTube, no static radio YouTube, it's no spaces. Y'all go to my IG page, Miss STAXX_78. Y'all, in the comments, y'all list some of y'all favorite performers and performances or artists. I would love to know that information. Share it with us. And we're gonna keep making this world pop with some music.
Yes.
We're always gonna make some pop. We're gonna be the drum beat of the world because we always have been, and we will continue to be so. Yes. Shout out to the new artists too. I can't leave them out. So many. I love Alicia Keys. Shucks, it's so many. You can't even name, when you start to think of them, you can't even think of everybody. And I'm gonna tell y'all who's one of my favorite newest artists that's on my playlist is Ari Lennox. She's a bad girl.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. She has a soul about her, but she got the new age ratchet about her too. I freaking love you. You are the truth, boo. Your music is undeniably cool, and she has a very unique voice, but she has a powerful voice too. She sounds amazing. Shoot, it's so many up and comers that sound amazing, y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Keep making our heartbeats happier and jump. A few things I want to share with y'all. Shout out to Black History Month, Music Month, Appreciation Month, June. We almost got out of here without giving you your homage. Fuck that.
I'm so glad you did.
I give y'all homage every day.
Yes.
I turn on my music and I rock out every day. Anita Baker, Whitney Houston. Oh my God. I listen to everything in the car, y'all. All the gospel. Come on, I listen to all that. I listen to all. When I say I listen to all that.
Rita Adams, Yolanda Adams.
Come on, yeah. All the whiners, honey.
All the whiners. All of them. You better say that. Yes.
I listen to all y'all, and I appreciate everything that you guys have given, because to give your time to the world is a blessing. So I thank you. I say it from welcome to the BBW Show from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely.
Thank all you beautiful entertainers for sharing your gift, your amazing talents, and your visions with us, and keep us thriving, because that's
a major.
Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. So shout out to Black Appreciation.
Yes,
Black Music Appreciation. I'm happy I was able to give a little bit of homage.
Thank you for doing this, Stacey.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's necessary. I love y'all. Just a few things I want to tell y'all personally. Welcome to the BBW Show, y'all. It is official. July 30th, we will be having the Welcome to the BBW Show Bikini. The BBW Bikini Party. It is official. We will be at Fresh Start Auto Salon. It's 22900 Rockside Road and Bedford Heights, y'all.
Okay.
I just put the official announcement out today. Now, I'm going to say this publicly. I still am building my cleaning team. Yes, let's go.
I'm there.
I'm there. It's a Sunday.
So I can.
It's 2 to 6.
I'm there.
What I'm talking about is about to be a whole vibe, y'all, and I'm trying to bring the city out. I talk to car clubs, bike clubs.
I got you.
I'm bringing the city out.
Hey, listen, y'all, and don't be scared, because I'm gonna have a butt and gut out. Listen.
Let go. Let go.
I'm trying to tell you. Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
And let me be very clear. This is not anything that's just supposed to be so like sexual or anything like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna put on. Y'all know I love showing my sex life. I have no issues with it.
Yeah.
But this is for a greater cause, you guys. I am really, really passionate about building this self-love, self-care organization for these young women from 8 to 18. These proceeds, and I'm talking about all of them, this is not going in my pocket, will all go to getting this organization kicked off. So I'm looking for all types of business owners. I'm looking for people in these fields of mental health.
Right.
Any food assistance, clothes assistance. I'm just going to take a village to really make this pop. Okay. And I have a vision, and I believe that God really put this vision in me, because this is what I'm passionate about.
Yes.
I love what I do here, don't get me wrong, but I really, really want to see these young women feel the best of them, that they breathe this life every day. The reason why they're here, So,
yes.
but we don't keep it off the those ones. So let's not have fun wasting money. I'm gonna watch. I don't care if you come in a skateboard, skates, skis. I don't care if you biker in, bicycle in. We clean it. So come see us. And listen, and I'm also gonna put it out too. I'm looking for I did put it out today. I'm looking for a selected amount of vendors. I can't have 5 million vendors out there, but I probably could, but I can't. I want some food vendors. Which I think I got that covered. We're gonna have a DJ Jack. Shout out to DJ Jack. See, he's gonna be my official DJ for the car wash. And guess what, y'all? Me and my partner about this is a no limits production. So y'all know we're gonna put on the show, all right. Now, I know again, I have to make an announcement. I'm still building my clean team. I want about a team of 20 to 25 women. Confident, happy, great vibes, no drama shit. Sexy, confident, sexy within to out. I ain't talking about just the appearance. I'm talking about your whole aura got to be fire.
Listen, so if you can't handle being around other beautiful women, keep your ass at home.
Or come to your car clean, keep your road car. Listen. But other than that, don't ain't no hate this way, no judgment, none of that shit. But I need a clean team that's gonna be that dope, that fire, and on top of that, we're really gonna be working. So I need somebody that's not gonna be scared to work. And I want this many women, honestly, because I don't want everybody to feel like they have to clean for the whole 4 hours. Right. I would like to switch about 4 to maybe 6 women out each hour. Okay. So nobody, because there's gonna be other stuff to do. You know, we're gonna. I need people holding up the signs, and we need people holding up the tip buckets and stuff like that. So it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. I think it's gonna just be a party. It's gonna be fun. Anyway. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great time. I might have to leave the family at home. Okay. Get a little ratchet. I would tell y'all. This is another disclaimer. Even though it says BBW Bikini Car Wash, I know everyone's not totally comfortable in a bikini, but I would. My preference, if you want to build a clean team, is that you are agreeing to some type of swimwear or something very, close to swimwear. You know what I mean? But don't matter what, your host is gonna have a bikini on, honey. Y'all know the show out. Okay. Put all this ass on your windows, honey. I might as well give them some Florida, because I go to Florida and I just peel out. That's the day. That day we in Florida. Yeah. We in Miami, the beaches of Miami. Okay. You know what I mean? We somewhere over the Bahamas where you ready to just Houston, where you ready to take your clothes off. Yes. So I can't wait, y'all. I'm so excited about that. Also, in 2 weeks, we are 2 weeks out now. Yeah, I am hosting a Mr. Bay official PGA golf tournament. Y'all talk about that's gonna be dope. Something different for the culture, something different for the city. We're gonna put on for Mr. Bay. It's at Highland Park Golf Course. Y'all get in contact with me. We're looking for amateur golfers, women, men, doesn't matter, children. You want to get on the team, you can come in with a team of 4 already that you have, or you can come in separate and we put you on a team. Wow. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna have fun, we're gonna have a good time, golf carts, and of course y'all gonna have a cute golf outfit on. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Gift bags, first prizes, we just got it all. So we just wanna have a good time. And shout out, I want us to do a shout out. We have our official charity that's named for this event. It's Create Art Not Violence. Walter Patton's youth organization is our official group organization that we will be donating a portion of our proceeds to. Because our thing and our thought is, again, we want to introduce something different to our youth. Nothing wrong with basketball, football, things of that nature. Right. There ain't nothing wrong with golf either. There's a lot of money in golf. Right. It's golf scholarships out here. So we would love to show our youth just different variations of their culture that they belong to. Because actually, it was black men that designed that course with that chorus at Highland. Black men don't know that. Which Mr. Bay's uncle, one of his uncles, actually was a part of that team. His uncle and my grandfather knew each other. Yeah. It's a lot of history to that too. Yeah. So again, we're not just doing this just haphazardly or to do something. This is for the culture, y'all. For the culture, baby. You better say that. Let's do what we gotta do. Be proud, be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Cleveland, though, we got stuff. Listen, people we think sleeping on us here, honey. By the time we're done with these events, by the time we're done with my events this year, I already got people from other states asking Stacey, what you putting on? So we can fly to Cleveland, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The car wash I know was a little sudden, but I got people driving up from Columbus and Cincinnati. I said, leave all the bags in your car. Yeah. And just drive on up to the car wash. We're going to wash all that off.
That is what's up.
So I can't wait, y'all. Thank y'all again for joining me tonight. Welcome to the BBW Show. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into No Static Radio. As always, y'all, we are the voice of the revolution.
Yes.
You know what? Y'all, we don't have no static, but we definitely bring all the noise you need, baby. And we'll continue to do so. Let's take it away. Good night, y'all.
Good night. I'm trying to moonwalk and trying to be silly and shit. Here we go. There we go. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in to Welcome to the BBW Show with your hosts, the plus size Barbie, Stacey STAXX, here on the station where he wants to interrupt, but we're not going to have that today, are we? No way. Check us out on social media where we absolutely love to hear from you on Facebook.com/No Static Radio LLC, on Twitter at No Static _ Radio, on Instagram at The Real _ No Static Radio, on YouTube at No Static Radio, and our newest platform, Discover.tv. Yes. Also, if you guys would like to listen to replays of this show and others on NoStaticRadio.net, please make sure you check us out on Mixler or Mixcloud.com. Just type in that No Static Radio, all one word, in the toolbar for replays of this show and others. And for continuous streaming, that means no refreshing the page. Just let it rebuff on its own, throw in a couple of commercials by them, and boom, you got us on TuneIn.com, live online radio.net, and MediaQ for continuous streaming of this show and all others on this platform. And for all things No Static Radio, including up-and-coming events, merchandise, and an in-depth look at all our great show hosts here, please check out our website at www.nostaticradio.net. You guys, after next week, it'll be in construction mode because we just got a lot of stuff, including the events that Stacey STAXX told you about, to post up on there. Just a whole new look for these guys here because they deserve it. And for all things No Static Radio, again, nostaticradio.net is the website address. And listen, you know what it is. prior to tomorrow, we got more music for your listening pleasure, you guys. Here on Your Voice of the Revolution, powered by Google, partnered with Colors, and sponsored by Lamont Avenue Wines, the Cleveland Rugby League, and designed exclusively. You guys be safe. We'll see you in the morning with Pumping It Up with Will, followed by the Entertainment Plug, Real Talk with Reese, and The Right Side. Until then, we'll see you soon. Peace.